Hi everyone, it's Michaeldisalvo here. Today we're going to be talking about small business. And the reason why I think it's so important for young people considering going into small business is that you need to be well prepared. I had this young man call me just last week, and this is sort of where the video I got the thought of doing this is, it was just he's starting his own business. He had been kind of tinkering in it a little bit, and he was asking for information. So to start, it was basically, he was just asking about tax percentages and, and how much to save for tax. So again, no fault of his. I just find it incredible when these young people are going into business for themselves and haven't gotten the proper training. And I don't blame them at all. I think it's, either the schools, this individual himself actually got a business degree from one of the universities in the city. Yet he couldn't tell me just basic principles for starting your own business. So I think this is something of concern. I know there are programs with the city of Ottawa that he can go and take, and and I definitely recommend. There's information online, but whether it's people not taking the time to go do this because they're so in the moment trying to make money, getting this set up, but there is information out there, and I very much want these people to take the time to get it done right from the beginning. Now, he made a good call in calling me to get the information. We went over a bunch of stuff, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, is kind of what I told him and that I would tell somebody that's just starting out in business. I would tell you the same thing. So basically, tax. I always say 30% of what you make should be put aside for tax, whether in CPP. So that was one issue. CPP on self-employed earnings. If you work for a company, you pay your portion of the CPP, the business will pay the other portion of the CPP. When you're self-employed, you're paying both portions of the CPP. So that could be an extra $2,500 at tax time that my clients usually, aren't aware of. So that's a big impact right away. So tax, about 30%. So if you make $1,000, take that $300, give it to the government. You can make installments usually on your online banking. There's a spot where you can send it to them right away. Some smart financial people will tell you, no, invest it in the market and then let it grow for you instead of giving you the government your money. Let it sit and make money on your account, and then at year end, you take that money and pay the government. That's fine. Investing in RSPs. I love investing in RSPs, reduce your tax burden. But I know for most of my people, they come in, they've made $100,000, and I tell them, okay, you owe $25,000. I can't tell you how many times people are like, oh, geez, do they take payment plans? I don't have that money. So I really suggest with young people, until you get in the proper mind frame, is to put that money aside and send it to them right away so you don't have to worry about it. Because I know how it happens is that you need a new vehicle or there's a trip and you grab that money and away you go. And then come the end of the year, you don't have that money and you hide your head in the sand, and you'll just think to yourself, oh, I'll make it next year and I'll pay it back. What happens next year? Same thing happens, and you don't have the money. Now you're 2 years behind paying penalties and interest to the government. So please talk with a mentor, put it away. You'll thank me later for it. RSP is obviously a great thing. You have till February 28th of the next year to buy RSPs. So it's a good thing to meet with your tax preparer and your accountant and just sort of ask to see what the situation is. Perhaps they'll tell you, okay, if you put in $20,000 of RSP, it will save you approximately $7,000. You can meet with them. If you have your books in order, you can meet with them before February 28th of the next year and buy that RSP. So tax-wise, that's what I recommend. HST. HST, once you hit $30,000 in a 12-month period, you have to start registering for HST and collecting HST on the government's behalf. So again, talk with your accountant, take very good records, do your bookkeeping along the way, and speak with your tax preparer. They'll tell you what's involved in HST, whether you do the normal method or the quick accounting method. They'll tell you what's best for your business. So again, look into the HST. WSIB is another insurance that, a lot of people, this fella didn't know about the WSIB. It's an insurance in case you get hurt or one of your employees gets hurt. Also very, very important to your business, but it's an extra cost. So this is something that you, again, want to talk to your tax preparer, your lawyer. Getting a lease in place, okay? So, most of us haven't dealt with leases. There's people out there that can help you with that. These are things that you want to go through. A pro forma income statement. It's amazing. These people will start these businesses and they won't go through a income statement to see, okay, what is going to be my income? Like, what do I need to survive? What are the big expenses? It's incredible. These people have started the businesses and then I'll tell them about an expense and they haven't put that into any kind of statement. That is scary because, like these are important things and it really affects your bottom line. Hiring employees. People don't realize what I talked about before. You have to match the CPP, EI. It's 1.4 you have to match. These are things that are very, very important to the bottom line of your business, and you want to make sure you get in order and you know the cost before going into business. Now, self-employment is great for a lot of people, but it's a lot of stress and a lot of time, and it's not always the kind of money that you think you're going to make. So very important that you price. I've talked about this in a previous video, that you price for your value. Don't price low just to get the work. I made that mistake when I was a youngster and I was running around not making any money, working my butt off, and I don't think that was the right approach. If I had to do it again, I would price high, be confident in your abilities, and go from there. Price appropriately to make your business work. And another angle, in the same video, I spoke about, just getting through at the beginning, buying your house, buying vehicles. When you're self-employment, banks do not look favorably at that. They might say they do, but it doesn't happen. I've gone through it and, I thought I've had a pretty good business at the beginning, but the banks were very reluctant to give me that mortgage, to give me any kind of loans. So I think it's important too that, and it's like a catch-22, people want to reduce their tax, but at the same time, they need to show good income, to get going in real estate and stuff like that. So just be prepared for that. You're going to see that quite a bit. In the last video, I spoke about, getting a job, getting going first, and then going into self-employment. But, you can still do it if you're starting out with self-employment. Just, be very organized and get into the real estate game early and buy your stuff when you need to, and then you'll look a little more favorably for the banks. So there is help, in conclusion, there is help out there for small business people. There's a lot of good practices or best practices that you want to learn about. So if you're a landscaper, talk to other landscapers, see what's worked for them. Don't think you know everything. Speak with accountants right from the get-go. They will help you, save you. Get a bookkeeper. Don't try and do everything yourself. As I've gotten older with business, to get things accomplished, I've really tried to, put the money. I'd rather pay for it to get things done instead of doing everything by myself. It takes forever to get done and I don't do it properly. So don't hesitate to get the right people in place to get your business off the ground. And, I think that will go a long way. So if you have any questions, please like and subscribe to this page. I give a lot of information on self-employment, real estate, and, financial knowledge, getting ahead for young people. I think that's another aspect that we've missed through the schooling. Just, simple, basic financial knowledge that every young person can use. You can find it on my page at youngandknowledgeable.com, my YouTube page. So please like and subscribe, share with anybody that you think could benefit from this knowledge. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Please contact me at your convenience. So have a great week. I hope everything goes well for you. Take care.